In mixing and mastering, EQ and compression is like a crowded room. And inside that room, everybody's screaming they have the warmest sound. And then, Mixland releases Virelia. I've spent the last couple of months putting it through the most experimental sessions in my mastering studio. And I think the competition should be very, very nervous. Let's put it on the deck, and then we decide together if we
Keep it. Kill it.
The crime today, audacity. Everything that Eddie Lucchiola delivers is phenomenal, they say. Mixland claims Virelia provides EQ, compression, and spectral saturation based on a custom-built hardware chain that doesn't even exist in the physical world. It's digital alchemy. Sometimes, when a plugin looks this cool, it's hiding a mediocre algorithm behind a flashy skin. In mixing and mastering, we don't want vibe if it comes with digital trash, EQ cramping, and nasty aliasing. The market is full saturated with plugins that just sound like digital mud, or with plugins that work with the basic algorithms. Virelia is a suspect because it claims to be not a clone, but tube-inspired dual engine with expanded controls and wish it existed mods that pushes way past what the hardware can do without losing musicality, like per stage total harmonic distortion, feed-forward and backward blend, peak and RMS morphing, flexible routing, expanded EQ selections, and unstepped controls, among others. That's a bold claim. Let's look at the allegedly involved. Top left, we have preset section, and the signal chain. We choose our path if we want the EQ go before the compressor or after dynamics, the compressor. We have oversampling up to 16 times. Watch out because it's a very, very heavy CPU plugin. Although the developers stated in one of the very famous forums that this plugin is meant to not be used with oversampling, because sometimes oversampling can create pre-ringing and frequency shifts and other nasty things we don't want, they say. Next to it we have the input and output linked function. Here we press on the chain and we unlinked it for individual adjustment. Here we have the magical button of total harmonic distortion that gives an extra saturation to both units. So this would be the equivalent that we would push the input of the unit. The UI scale, we have full both units or showing half. If we have in half, we can decide if we see the EQ or dynamics. And we can turn on and off. And you can turn on and off dynamic section. And then we have undo and redo and A/B comparison. User interface size, we decide the best resolution to it. Alright, let's see for now half of the UI, and then let's check out the EQ. What is it doing? We have the low frequency boost. You can see it's a very, very wide shelf with the selectable frequency. Then we have the low cut, also very wide with selectable frequency. So you can imagine what kind of EQ this unit is emulating. So this must be a Pultec with superpowers. So now we have the mid frequency gain and frequency. We have boost and cut. Then we have the high frequency boost also with selectable frequency. And we have the bandwidth On the right side we have the low pass switch with selectable frequency. Yeah. And we also have the high pass filter. We engage it and we select the frequency. And the last switch we have, it's a total harmonic distortion for this unit. Plus this switch, we get a little bit more of warmth or dirt. Yeah, that's how we go. And we engage and disengage our EQ here. So let's bypass. And then we have in the other mode, we engage dynamics. So we have our threshold. Then we control our attack, fast attack, medium attack, slow attack. Then we control the release. Here was one of the another magical knobs. We select between feed forward or feed backward, or both of them. And then we get the selection between peak and RMS compression. We compensate the output knob on, off, on and off, on and off. And then we have total harmonic distortion once more and stereo link. If you want to unlink it, it will independently compress left and right. We have our curve, making it the compression harder or softer. Experiment with it. This is also another important color of the compressor. We have our sidechain high pass filter and our blend for parallel compression. And the last switch we have here, it's for linking the threshold and the output for auto gain. Very useful if you're working at a fast pace. This might help your workflow.
Tartar test.
Virelia is not an emulation, it's a custom digital design inspired by the musical shelves of a Pultec and pulse width modulation compression concept. At 2 times oversampling, the aliasing is well controlled and at technically inaudible range. So, well done, Mixland. What do you say? I'm not sure if it's a plugin of the year 2025, but it's definitely one of the best deliveries we had. That's why I decide to